Let's underwear.
Here we go. All right. I haven't even looked at the chat. I assume they're in there. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, volume's down. 3, 2, 1.
Joe Biden has been dead since 2019. James Woods, the actor, is playing Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe Poopy Pants.
It comes out as a gas.
The Morning Stream. This car smells weird.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It is Wednesday, May 15th, 2024. I'm Scott Johnson with Brian Ibbott.
Yes, you're right. Yes, it's true.
With
It is me. I'm here with Scott Johnson.
He's the cherry in your cherry pie. I don't know what that means.
It's pretty obvious to me.
Yeah, I mean, it does to me as well. Let's dive into a Wednesday of TMS, everybody. Hope you're all well. We're here. We're here to do it, and like we always are.
Shall and we will. Yes.
I found a thing. I just need to get this out. I found it. I found a thing that's very specific to something you're working on.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
And I didn't like finding it, so I went out. I'm out walking the dog yesterday.
Sure.
And like you do, you know, they got to pee and stuff. And I'm out there doing that. I'm near the park, and I'm walking around, and I see this gutter. And in the gutter, there's some trash. And sometimes when I see trash in a gutter, I'm like, I'm picking that up, throwing it away. I'm going to be a good citizen here.
Nice. Yeah.
You know, good. I live here too. I'd like this to be nice. I don't know who threw their, Chick-fil-A wrapper in here, but I'm going to go take care of it. No problem. Right. Wash my hands after. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Bring gloves.
So I go to do that, and you'd think, well, what happened, Scott? You find like a wad of condoms or something gross like that. Well, you're in the neighborhood.
Literally.
Yeah. I found a, I shouldn't speak to its use, its number of uses or anything. I assumed it's used.
Sure. I mean, yeah.
But I found one of these them butt plugs that you...
Something that I'm currently building a storage device, a Infinity Gauntlet storage device for.
That's right. And I've wrapped it up, and it's on its way to you, to your P.O. box.
No.
Oh, you don't want any more of those, do you? You don't want...
Keep return to sender.
Okay.
Address unknown.
All right, excellent.
Number.
Well, I'm going to go down there and tell them to not... I'm going to put a stop on that shit.
Unsend. Undo.
So I did not, as a result, pick up the trash around it even, because I was like, well, hold on. This is a nasty thing, and I ain't touching it. So I didn't want to take a picture of it because it was gross.
But it sure makes you wonder the story, right? Like, how did it end up there?
Yeah. And you know what? Here's the worst part of it, because my imagination is the worst. Right across the street from this park where that gutter is a family that I know very well. Yeah. They're very sweet people, wonderful kids, nice people.
But they walk funny.
But there's a little hitch in their step, and now... No, I'm trying not to apply it to them because I don't think it was them. So what's the other story? Somebody out in the street. Could be a kid goofing around.
It's just on the edge of the park?
It is, on the edge of a park.
Yeah,
nice little public park.
Mean, somebody's like, I accidentally left the house with this in. But I'm going to the airport, and their metal detectors are going to flag me. What do I do with this?
Oh, can you imagine? Because they would, right? Metal detector would go off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then they do the little one and go.
Yeah, and they'd go, sir, could you come in this back room with us, please? And you'd be like, no. Yeah. Well, anyway, I don't have a way to ascribe it to anything. I don't know what to say about it other than maybe don't leave those in the gutter, man. Like, take them home or throw it away or do something.
Exactly.
You know,
even find a trash can. You know, if you're going to discard it in a proper receptacle.
And there's one like less than 12 feet from it, a garbage can.
Yeah,
that would have been a perfect place for it to go. And I'm going to go out there again today and see if it's still there. If it's
don't post pictures on X,
no.
Please.
I'm never doing that. I'll never do that. But if I see it, then I'll... What do you do? I just leave it. What else am I going to do, Brian? I can't do anything.
I mean, you don't have... So I have a ton of these like black latex gloves that I use for 3D printing. And I mean, if it were me personally,
Yeah.
I'd probably pick it up and just throw it in a receptacle. Maybe bring a little.
I've got some of these too. I've got these. I was just looking for them. I have some blue ones, surgical glove type things.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that. I'll go out there with one of those on. Or hell, I could just use one of the dog's poo bags that I take.
Oh yeah, use one of the dog's poo bags. Exactly. That's a glove you have with you all the time when you go for a walk with the dogs. Yeah. And you can even put some poo in there and
have it be.
It'll feel right at home.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's like the last thing you want to see on a dog walk, but there it was, and we're gonna have to just deal. We're gonna have to groove on it.
Yeah, there we go. Good morning, everybody. Hope you enjoyed your breakfast.
Yeah, your eggs, your toast, your bacon. All right, let's see what else we got going. Good news on the infected eye front. It is doing much better. It's looking better. It's still looking a little puffy, a little red and puffy right here, right?
Yeah.
But it's doesn't hurt anymore and no longer itches. I can tell it's the swelling's down. It turns out my body's immune system has taken swift care of it, and I'm never. Here's what I'm gonna do.
You are strangely the most competitive person when it comes to health things.
I know, right?
It is so weird.
It is weird. I agree with you.
I love it, but I chuckle at it.
I agree with you. I think that it's a little bit strange that
Ryan,
I get
what's
this
your
way.
percentage?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why I do that. By the way, I'm going to make a recommendation. Roto maximum strength eye drops. There's just a little bit of sting to these. It's not the stuff that does the red out.
It's not the Visine shrinking your blood vessels and stuff.
No, none of that. But they're really like kind of bracing. You put them in, they go.
Maybe don't touch that thing in the park until your eyes.
I know. The shape, even that shape is a little concerning, right?
Yeah, I don't like the Roto. I feel like something you put in your face should not come from a company called Roto.
Roto. Let's see. Yeah. That's the full name? It is Roto Max Strength. Well, you make a good point, but I found it to be soothing and it worked well. So if any of you are out there suffering with a little conjunctivitis or eye issue, perhaps that's the brand for you.
It's a good. I swear it looks like a bottle of perfume you get at Claire's.
It kind of does, right?
Yeah. Or the stuff you squeeze into your water to give it a little bit of flavor. Like, little fruit punch flavor.
Or that thing Claire had in Vegas that she was always microdosing her little bottle with.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, anyway, Brian, we got to talk about ships.
Yes.
From an expert who knows.
Ladies and gentlemen, and all the ships at sea.
That's right. Jeff from Canada.
Canada!
He wrote in, and he says this. Scott and Brian, this is a response to Monday's story of the cruise ship hitting a whale, and Scott saying they probably couldn't avoid it because cruise ships are so not maneuverable. Mm-hmm. This is not first-hand knowledge. I've never been in the engine room on a cruise ship. However, I do work in a power plant, and many people that work in power plant operators got their start in marine engineering. So I've heard a lot of their stories. Your American nuclear plant plants would be empty if not for ex-Navy nuke ships and sub guys. I didn't know that. Oh,
really? Interesting. I didn't know that.
Kind of the training ground for those guys?
I guess that's a great place. Yeah, no kidding. What a great career path to go there.
I wonder if... I
feel better knowing that the guys who've done that sort of thing who are managing our nuclear plants.
I agree. I wonder if Tanner... So Tanner works in a plant like that in Arizona, and I wonder how many of his...
G.
if his coworkers are all that like that or not.
The mindless drones in Sector G.
Yep. I do picture it kind of Simpsons.
I do too.
I don't know why.
I picture Tanner having a circular control panel that wraps around him with a picture of Maggie.
Yeah.
And a little thing that says "Do it for her" right around it.
I love that episode.
That's such a great episode.
It's sweet, Brian. It's a sweet,
heartfelt episode. It's such a clever. It's like a cartoon version of the Mad Fold-In, is what it is. Because he covers up all the other letters and leaves "Do it for her."
Aww. It's adorable. Anyway, goes on to say, surprisingly, cruise ships are extremely maneuverable, according to people he works with. They are not fast, and I think they have to change direction very slowly, but at a low speed. They can be maneuvered in almost any direction. That's interesting.
The
propellers are powered by massive electric motors, and the propellers can be rotated in a wide arc. I don't know if it's 360, but very wide, so they can move in any direction, not just forward or reverse. Jen and I were on a cruise ship that rotated 360 degrees in place, as an example. Ours did that too, and it had to turn around.
Yeah.
It did the whole
like basically Captain pulls up and says, "Hey, watch this. I'm going to back into this parking space. Watch this."
Yeah, those guys. I don't know how they. Honestly, that shit scares me. How you park something like Nick got it. Nick just got his whatever, I forgot the name, the license to drive like a big semi-sized truck.
Oh yeah, like commercial driver's license.
Yeah. Because he got this new job that needs it, and that scares me. So I barely want to do a minivan, dude. I can't. I
know, but I hear from people who do it a lot that they, and they say it's actually a lot easier to back those things up than you would expect. Like I remember, I used to have a boat and I had a trailer, and I would drive the boat up to the lake in my Chevy Chevette, and I'd have to go to the ramp and lower my boat into the water. And I was just so like little movements with the wheel, and still I think go and turn exactly the wrong way I'd want it.
That's how I always felt. I drove for my dad sometimes doing boats, and it felt like I was jackknifing half the time.
Yeah, but
I didn't know this about you, Mr. Boatman. Tell us more about this time of your life.
It was a single sail Sunfish, and I won many a race with that boat. It was it's kind of your your starter boat, sailboat.
Sure, but sailing, like wind sailing type
sailing,
stuff.
No motor on this thing whatsoever. It hold 2 people maximum, although I probably got 3 or 4 on there at times. But It's like one of those where there's a little tiny. I mean, it's bigger, obviously bigger than a kayak because you have to have a sail on there and everything. But it's got like a little place where you sit on the side and put your feet down in this hole, and then you switch places whenever you come about when the wind changes, or you're going, tacking back and forth to get to your the next buoy to race around it and stuff. My dad was sailing his Star sailboat at the time, and so I'd go up with him, and I'd have my sailboat, he'd have his race, and then down at the other end of the lake, I'd have there'd be the Sunfish races, and I would do those.
That's cool. When so we're talking what?
We're talking
90s, 80s,
80s.
Okay.
80s into the early 90s. Like I had it when Tina and I got married, and even when we moved into our house in the mid 90s, and then I sold it fairly shortly before we moved here. So I had that boat up until the late 90s, but the last time I sailed it was probably the mid 90s.
Wow. You know what? The great thing is I can picture your captain ass looking ass up on a ship.
I bet there's got to be photos out there of me on a boat, and on my Sunfish. And I had one incident where the mast, you've got the mast going straight up, and then you've got the boom, and basically they make a little L shape, and then the sail goes between the two.
Right.
And when you come about, that thing, if it's really windy, can swing by really, really fast. And at one point, it caught me in the chest. And so if you ever see me with like swimming or in a hot tub and I've got my shirt off, there's a scar right here on my chest.
You guys see it?
Yeah, you can kind of see it.
Look at that. He's got to move that massive bush of hair that he grows there.
I know, exactly, this Baldwin level bush of hair. Anyway, got this nice scar from one of the bolts that is on there to hold the line that holds the sail in place.
Damn, dude, that sounds bad. Like it really knocked the wind out of you or something.
It knocked the wind out of me. It was really more like a, oh God, that's painful, but I can't really can't worry about it right now because I was in the middle of a race or something. But that was one of those boats where it was just you could have a blast just capsizing it and then climbing on the back and flipping it back up. We would do that to wash it off and stuff. We'd take our Sunfishes out in the middle of the lake and then intentionally capsize them to flip them to get on the rudder on the bottom and then flip them back up to wash.
Could you fish on those things or no?
No. You could fish from it. You'd lower the sail and just kind of float, but you don't have an anchor or anything like that to keep you in place. So you'll do more troweling than you'll do fishing.
Gotcha. Well, that's great. I didn't know this part of your life. This is news.
I've got to find some old photos of my boat. It's it's cute. It was a cute little boat. I imagine people can Google sunfish sailboat and see what they look like. And
oh, yeah, let's take a look at that real quick, just for fun here. Sunfish sailboat. Oh yeah, they come right up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these look fun.
They are fun. Yeah.
Oh, I would do this right now. This sounds great.
It's great. It was such a blast. And,
you ever think you'll get back into it?
No. I don't think I would. It's expensive to buy and to maintain, and if I want to go sailing, I'll just go up to Vermont, visit my dad, and we'll go on Lake Lake Champlain, and wrong end of the U.S. We'll go on Lake Champlain and do a little sailing there, and I'll be just fine.
That sounds all right. Yeah, if it's not a hobby you're going to do every weekend, maybe not do it,
Yeah, exactly.
He finishes this by saying,
Oh,
large ships are like small power plants. They produce electricity to power the electric motors that power propulsion and other systems. I've heard lots and lots of crazy ship stories, says Jeff. Well, I bet you have. I would love to be...
That's wild, yeah.
Like around these dudes... These old Navy dudes all the time talking
working
about
in the nuclear power plants and stuff for sure. Yeah,
because they have stories and all kinds of cool shit.
They do.
Well,
yeah,
anyway.
Tina, not a fan of. We've talked about this before, right? How she's just not a fan of the cruise ships anymore. Wants to go like me. I want to go to a place, explore it, and then fly somewhere else and explore it, as opposed to, all right, we've got 6 hours here for you to discover this brand new island that you've never been to and check out all the cool things, but be back here in 6 hours because we're going to leave without you.
Yeah.
There's one to Bermuda that my mom's been trying to talk us into, where the ship basically docks in Bermuda for 3 days, and so you sail there. You get you get 3 days, and you have a nice little hotel to come back to. Just happens to float. And then the next morning, you go back out and explore more of Bermuda. That kind of thing, I'd totally be up.
Yeah, that sounds all right, because that's more like a regular,
It's more like flying somewhere and having a hotel, but you've got a nice little boat.
Yeah, and Bermuda sounds lovely,
Yeah.
It's not just the shorts, it's the...
It's not just the shorts.
It's the sun, it's the ladies. I don't know what they are.
The rules, you can't walk around shirtless there, I think, there's like a deal about that.
Is that a thing? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
In Bermuda, that's wild.
It was when we had the Bermuda Telegraph. We had a Bermuda newspaper. I did not get to do that installation. The sales team took that one themselves.
Of course.
And they came back and said, there are all these rules. It's way more, hoity-toity than you would expect.
That surprises me. It just feels like the kind of thing, tropical getaway. You'd be shirtless all the time.
I guess it's not that appropriate. Let's see, Bermuda dress code, Fedora's travel guide.
Weird. This is so weird to me. Is it because of the triangle? They're afraid they'll fall into that triangle again. And boy, it's
not a jeans place. Casual pants are fine, like cotton capris. If we're in t-shirts, wear a nice one instead of something with writing all over it.
Really?
I guess that's somebody talking about a Bermuda restaurant and stuff.
Okay.
Conservative. It's a conservative place, is what people are saying about. Yeah.
You'd never do hear about Bermuda Triangle accidents anymore. You notice that?
No.
It's almost as if it was happening at a time where we didn't have
where
good
we needed
GPS.
Those conspiracies.
Yeah, and you couldn't prove a lot of it, because we don't know. How do we know? We don't know.
Yeah,
it's like now with Bigfoot sightings. Nobody has Bigfoot sightings anymore. Do you know why?
No.
Because the fakers don't dare do any more fakes because it's too easy to disprove. And secondly, we have ways of seeing through the forest with infrared vision. There ain't no giant apes walking around the forest. Okay,
we can probably see. Yeah, we can find those skunk apes.
Yeah,
don't worry.
I hate that. And this goes out to my buddy in my old neighborhood. I won't even say his name, but he believes 100% in Bigfoot. And I would just like to say to him,
is he a Squatch hunter?
He is a total Squatch hunter. Him and his dad go up to Washington State every couple years and go for sightings of Bigfoot. That's what they do. And let me shock you with something. As long as I've known him for about 20 years now, they've never found Bigfoot.
No way.
Weird.
What? Well, it's obviously because they're not trying hard enough. That's clearly the reason.
Yeah, so weird. Anyway, all right, we're gonna get to the Tadpooley feud because it's always a beefy time,
It is time for beef.
I should log in. Let me do that real quick.
Brian's in there.
There
he
we
didn't
are.
even take your color. He left your color for you.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Brian Dunaway. You're a swell fella. I need to take the third caller today. That's what we'll do.
That's right.
And we'll see if we can get Dunaway in here first. Okay, here we go.
And while you're doing that, I'll remind people, don't worry, you guys can still get in on the current survey. We were only 2 questions into the current survey, so visit tiny.cc/tadpool survey, I believe.
Sure.
I
think that's what it was, or it was last time I checked. If not, frogpants.com/TMS also has a link. So
there you go. If you get a link there, then we're good.
Yeah, I think that is right though. Cool. Hey, let's do this. Joining us as he does every Monday and Wednesday, we have Brian Dunaway here to play a little game. Hi, Brian.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hi. How are you?
Is it Wednesday already?
I know.
It is.
Yeah.
What?
Believe it.
I know.
Or not.
How's your camel doing? Is he doing good on this hump day?
I get it. What's the one with 2 humps called? There's 2 different names.
I call him a two-humper.
D is dromedary and makes 1 hump, and B is the
Bacharach.
yes, Bactrian.
Bactrian, that's it.
Really?
Bactrian,
That's
yeah.
weird. I would
And it's
assume
got 2
that.
humps. You turn the letter on its side, and it makes either 1 hump or 2 humps, and that's how you tell your camels.
Yeah.
Well, you know how many humps I give?
2 lovely. You give 2 lovely lady humps is what you do.
Lovely lady humps.
Let's see. We're going to add to the call our, let's see. Who do we have here that's third? Do we have a third? You know what? We do. And also, it'll be nice to check in. Hold on a second. We have a recipient of some recent surgery, and we'd like to see how she's doing.
Oh,
she was
You didn't just post surgery in the. I heard the Discord. You didn't just post a surgery photo. Or something.
No, hell no, none of that.
Right. Sure.
Hello.
Hi, September. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, it was.
My iPad keeps ringing. I already answered. So.
Yeah, just tell your iPad to F off. Are you? You're doing well then? Recovering? We don't have to get into details here, but you had a little surgery. We hope you're good. And
yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
I'm sitting on toes, wearing an ice pack, and watching you goofballs.
No.
Rob is taking care of you, making sure you've got everything your heart desires.
Well, almost everything.
Come on, Rob, step it up.
Yeah, Rob, what are you, slacking?
I don't want to hear almost.
That's right.
He's working on trying to get a new job because he got laid off.
Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
Oh, jeebus.
Nice timing. Jeez Louises. Well, all right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're okay, but, may your pillow be soft and your ice pack be terminal. No, wait, not terminal. What's the
What?
word I'm looking for?
How about cold?
Oh, geez.
How about cold?
May it stay cold forever is what I was trying to say. Anyway, tell Rob we wish him the best on that hunt for jobs, and in the meantime, you're going to play a little game with us. This will cheer you up post surgery. Brian, why don't you explain the rules as we know them anyway, and who might win what?
Sure. Everybody sing along with me. It's time to play the Tadpooley feud. I've surveyed the Tadpool on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Brian are going to have to predict the answers that they gave us. It is their job to see how many of those answers they can guess. September, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian. If your team wins, you'll get a prize package that includes Impulsion and Escape Game Fort Boyard.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what to
Those
say.
both sound fun.
Yes, Escape Game Fort Boyard is escape game. You must escape the fort.
Great. The Russians have made real inroads with these games, so we
They really
It's
have.
been all
yes.
downhill since Tetris.
That's right.
Exactly. All right. Let's get to your topic here. Put your hands on your buzzers and give me your best answer to this. We asked 460 tadpoolers, name something you keep in your glove compartment.
Oh!
Scott.
Gloves.
I
Show
swear
me-
we've done this before.
Show me gloves.
Oh.
Number 6. 5 answers will beat it. And we have not done this topic before, I don't think.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think so.
Sounds good.
5
Well,
answers will beat it. Brian, you've got, what do you
Only
got? What do you
thing
keep in your...
The only thing I keep over there is my registration for when I get pulled over. I can reach over at my glove box like there's a gun in it, so I freak out.
Damn it.
Show me your registration. Number 1 answer on the board.
Yeah.
Good.
Jerk.
Hands on the wheel, sir.
Yep.
Hands
Right,
on the wheel.
10 and 2.
Yep.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
That's
right. Brian, you've got control of the board, and you've got September to help you along through this.
Yeah. Me and September's going to do real good.
Starting off with 1 point to Scott's 6, but you do have control of the board, so let's get some points on here for you. What do you got? What else do you keep in your glove compartment, or more importantly, what does the tadpole keep in their glove compartment?
I'm still processing the fact that Scott must be super old. They named the glove box like in 1920 when people used to have goggles and gloves.
No,
that
this
they
is
would
one
put in the glove box.
This is one of those cases where I was like, I want to be first so bad that I really am not thinking about a good answer.
September, what do you keep in your glove box?
Napkins.
Napkins. That's right. Whenever you go to any fast food place, you got to stuff a whole bunch of them in there.
That's right.
So disappointing when there's none there, though.
Give me 42 napkins, but I'm only going to use one. So put the other 41 in the glove box. Show
It's
me.
a mom thing. It's very much a mom thing.
It's also a Lyft driver thing. It's like, make sure you got some napkins in case.
There's going to be some mess in here.
Exactly. Show me napkins. Number 2 answer on the board. You got 3 points.
Damn.
You did so good. I'm curious what else you keep in there, September. Any other things?
I keep I don't know what you would call it. Like you get those fork knife. It's more fast food stuff. Like
a spork, yeah, like utensils maybe.
Yeah, utensils.
I
keep chopsticks, but that's very.
Well, those you could use for many other things too. Like chopsticks.
I've got like cool metals.
Yeah.
I can eat with them, or I can put my hair.
Oh, very nice. All right.
Chapstick is dangerous where I live. You'll come back and end up with an empty tube.
Oh yeah, it'll just melt. Yeah, exactly.
Nobody wants that.
Show me plastic utensils.
Oh, come on. No KFC sporks.
People said it, but it was low, tied for 33rd place.
Wow.
Surprisingly low.
You're all just eating with your hands.
They are.
Yeah, that's right.
Their chicken nuggets and their double
Nuggies and macaroni and cheese.
Fries. Yeah.
I'm going to say one of those little tire gauge units. The little.
Ooh, yeah.
They look like a little crack pipe, those ones. Keep that in there.
Boy, I get in so much trouble with the police. Keep your hands on the wheel. Oh, is that a crack pipe? No, sir.
No, promise.
But you're not wrong. Yeah. All right. Show me the tire pressure gauge. Number 5 answer on the board. Scott already up to 11 points.
Once again, Scott continues to show his age.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't think I've had a car that had a tire pressure gauge since I don't know.
That's
since
insane.
They invented detection.
That's insane because we were in Vegas and we ended up with 2 screws and 1 tire and it was slowly leaking. We kept getting the indicator saying your tire's a little low.
Right.
We get out and we look at it, looked fine. We go back, we drive around Vegas a bit, and then we'd do it again. And then we started to notice it was a little lower. So we did that thing. We were like, get out the gauge, compare them all. And they sure enough, and then we took it into Big O and they fixed it. But
all right, well, tell us more about your A model.
Your instrument panel doesn't tell you which tire it is that's got the low pressure. Just says one of your tires is low pressure. Good luck.
Good question.
Good luck, Chief.
Now that you say that, I'm not sure how it told us, but maybe it told us per tire. I don't remember now.
Lay off on the old, by the way. Scott's right on these.
Yeah, I'm right on these, you bastard.
Whatever, chapstick.
Look at the points you got. All right.
I did not say chapstick.
I'm gonna go with because we have them in there, so I don't know if this could be good, but like little sanitary wipes, like
sure,
Clorox wipes that you use to
baby wipes or wet wipes or something like that.
Post-pandemic, you got a good chance at that.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah. Yep. All right, show me wet wipes.
Oh shit.
Number, it's up there. Let's see here. 21. Number 21 on the list.
Okay. I feel dumb about that, but that's fine.
Oh, that's fine. Now, September, I do have one.
Okay.
Is the instruction book on my car. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think the manual just never comes out of there.
No, but it's in there. What do you think? Is that too lame, or do you think we should go with something else?
No, I mean I've got something else, but I think manual's pretty standard.
All right. Well, I like that you said manual then standard.
Yeah.
Because no one looks at it.
That's true. That's true.
Where'd you gonna put it? I put my spare tire in there. No, it's the manual. Give me the manual.
All right, let's go. Owner's manual. Number 4, bringing you guys up to 7 points, getting a little closer to Scott's 11.
What you got, September? You said you had one in the chamber?
Sunglasses.
Ooh, put my sunglasses on in the glove box.
Yeah.
Do you wear them at night?
I have to.
Yep.
I have that night vision thing.
All right. Show me sunglasses. Let's
you
see.
kidding
How do
me?
I do this? Let's see.
Are you kidding me?
I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do that, but you're not getting a strike counted against you because that was our number 11 answer, and we're trying to do a thing where if you get the number 11 answer, you don't lose your turn. You don't get any points, but you get another guess. Yeah, so number 11 was your sunglasses.
That's awesome.
Very good.
I love that we
That's
finally
not
got to try this thing. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So number 11. So you get another guess.
I feel so loved.
You do feel loved. Now, I have one, September. Do you want to do another one? Or you want me to
What
do
do you
it?
got? What do you got?
I always keep a pen in mind because I'm always needing a pen.
I was gonna say pen too. I mean, I always have it in my purse.
Yeah,
But like,
me
it's
too.
good to have a
Me too.
backup
But when
in
I'm
the
not
glove
putting it there,
box.
I keep it in the glove box.
Yeah, when you forget your purse, all hell breaks
Yeah.
loose. That's what I
Like, I hope writing utensil, like, because I also
Yeah.
have Sharpies everywhere I go. Like, I hope it's all together. So
I do that
Sure.
too. We got Sharpies all over the car. Just everywhere.
Need those.
Except when I
write
need
on
one.
somebody's window. Nice parking, asshole.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. I'm going to use it for that next time.
That's what the white shoe polish is for.
carry expos like a kind person.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, show me Sharpie or pen or whatever.
Oh, come on. Oh,
Number
woo.
10. There you go. Some good points right there. Yeah.
That's a good one,
That brings
guys.
you up to 17 to Scott's 11. You've now
That was
taken the lead.
close.
Yes.
You think people, they don't keep utensils? You think they keep ketchup and condiments in
The
there?
condiments?
What do you think? Yeah.
I mean,
Or is
we
condom
can't.
a better
We live
answer?
too far south.
No, it's true. We can't, but yeah.
Is condom a better answer? Jeez, the
All right,
You
but
shouldn't keep those at a high temperature either. Pro tip.
Pro tip, true
Oh,
story.
really?
Yeah.
From
If you
explode
know
A
what I
lot of
mean.
people
If you
in
know
the
what I
chat
mean.
are saying insurance info, but like,
Yeah.
doesn't everybody just get
That's
a
a good
card
one.
that fits in your wallet now?
Well, I mean, yeah, but these are old people apparently. They already picked gloves
That's
and
true.
pressure gauge.
Yeah, old people.
Is the tadpole
Such a
smart enough
bastard.
to always have a flashlight?
Ooh, I like that. That's on your phone too. Darn, now I'm getting confused. All right, what was the one you said first time? Insurance stuff. That was a pretty good answer in my opinion.
All right.
Yeah,
Darn.
well, whatever you would think, September.
I'm worried people just like registration and insurance, like it's the same.
Yeah.
No, it's not. If you hand
And it's
the
not,
cop
I would
your
tell you-
registration and go, that's my insurance too.
Yeah, I would tell
You're
you.
getting
Actually,
out of the car.
I would have put registration / insurance if I lumped those together. All right, show me insurance.
Man.
Number 3, 20 points total for.
Damn.
But you're right.
September.
I haven't printed one out in forever. I just keep it on my phone.
Oh, see, I always did. We get these big old sheets. It's not little card sized anymore. I probably could fold it down, but I don't want to take up valuable wallet space and be a Costanza with my. I don't need it when I'm not in the car. So why would I keep it anywhere but in the car?
Right. That's a good point. All right. You guys
right.
are still leading.
All right.
Jerks.
3
Well, I know
answers
what-
left on the board. 7,
I know
8,
what I-
and 9. Yeah.
I know what I used to keep in my glove box, but now I keep it in my center console. Ugh, I get so sick of receipts. And every time I go somewhere, I got to shove one in there. What do you think about receipts?
Receipts.
I use it for that, but it's like only specific receipts that I know I need to keep for a long time.
Right? I'll let you make the call. Either use that one or go for something wild.
Do you?
Airbrush. I don't know.
Ew.
That's something technology has not outdone.
What?
Still need that brush.
Hairbrushes and combs?
There's no hairbrush app on your phone, so you
Not a
can't
one.
use that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Brush, comb, or toothbrush, I think, are all good.
Brush.
You should
Can
have
we say
them
brush?
Yeah.
Brian
brush.
lumps the brushes.
Brush it.
Brush.
Okay. All right.
Brush.
Show me a brush.
Brush.
Oh,
Oh,
hold on, I gave it to the wrong person. There you go. Sorry, had to give the the X to the right person. Comb brush did not make the list,
Really?
but I will tell you, Somebody said
the funny
toothbrush.
mustache thing.
Someone said toothbrush. That's good.
One person said toothbrush. It's way down at the bottom. So.
You mean a hygienic person? I like you.
Yeah, I like people who take care of their teeth.
Toothbrush is a road trip trick.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm getting tired and I go and wash my face and brush my teeth, it just kind of gives me a jump start, like a resetting.
Hey,
it's funny. I'm just the opposite. I'm like, time to go to bed.
You know what? Maybe that's a solution. Every 30 minutes when I drive long distance, every 30 minutes I brush my teeth and wash my face. That way I won't fall asleep.
Perfect. Great idea. Yeah.
It takes about 6 hours till I need a toothbrush.
That's right.
Scott, you got control of the board. 3 answers left on the board. You've got 2 strikes left.
All right, I'm just thinking of all the shit we have, so I'm just going to stay on that road.
I'm going points too.
I'm going to say first aid kit of some sort.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's smart.
Sure. Not just a very important thing to have in your car, but a great band as well. Show me first aid kit.
Oh, come on!
Really?
Number 13.
They're too big for a glove compartment.
Are they?
13 on the list.
I
usually get one of those ones that just has like the couple Band-Aids and an alcohol prep pad. And
you mean the most? They shouldn't even call those first aid kits. They should just call that dressing or something. I mean,
that's right. No gauze. It doesn't have any gauze in it.
No.
You better have some minor injuries, is what we're saying.
I'm thinking like a parking pass. I mean. That's not something I do anymore. I usually do all that stuff on my phone, but
try it.
There. What do you think, September? No,
hanging
last
from
September.
a lanyard or something. Too hard to get out of this.
I keep my hot pockets in there. You think that's in there?
Keeps them hot, that's for sure.
I live in the south, so they're good and ready by the time I get out.
Frozen food.
No,
I keep a frozen entree in there.
What about?
I like Fleshlight. That was a pretty good answer you had said earlier. That was. I think people still. I don't know.
I thought we lost on that one, dude.
You guys have not guessed. You guys have not guessed Fleshlight.
We didn't guess Fleshlight.
Did we guess Fleshlight?
You did not guess Fleshlight either.
All right. It's too bad.
I don't want to see. I never want to see Brian's glove box. Also, you can borrow my wet wipes.
and where are those latex gloves we talked about?
Please do.
That's about all I got. I think I can't think of anything else I keep in my glove box. Personally.
All right.
I keep my reading glass in there, but if they didn't have sunglasses, they're not going to have reading glasses in there.
Yeah, I keep face.
Well, and sunglasses and reading glasses I did lump together, so
yeah.
But they said no to wet wipes, so face masks.
How about I keep my gun in there?
Oh my!
I know somebody's been screaming it. I don't know, and they're screaming it really loud, waving their gun around.
Well, I've got.
What about your gun, Brian? What about the gun?
I have family who keeps a gun in his car like that. Keeps it in his glove box.
Oh,
yeah.
I know plenty of people that do, but let's not. How about Fleshlight?
All right.
All right.
For those long Fleshlight. Okay, yeah. All right, show me Fleshlight. Yeah, boy, I was hoping you wouldn't talk yourself out of it a second time. Number 7 answer on the board, giving you guys 27 points. Really close to locking this thing up.
Yeah, if we get one more, even if Scott got it, we would wrap it up regardless.
Exactly.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, why did they have to get so hard?
Score 27 to 11 currently.
How about those little? How about a stress ball? I'll keep that in there. Is that a good thing? Paper clips, maybe paper clips. What do you think? Paper clips, maybe.
Stress ball.
in case you drive by a stack of loose paper or something.
Yeah. How about some coins? I keep
a lot of people are saying CDs.
Oh, CDs! Good Lord!
Yeah.
Get out your horse and buggy CD changer.
Yeah, Brian's. You're touching on your nostalgia though. You like a little retro, so
that's right. Little retro.
Yeah.
All right. Is that you going with that?
Wait. You think you like CDs?
How about loose change?
I like loose change. Yeah, I said change. I think that's good. Right. We all could use a little change.
Yeah.
And we could.
I mean, everyone I
use
know
a little
on the floor,
change. All right. Is that what you're going with?
Money.
Show me your money for nothing.
That's
exactly what you got for that one. Surprisingly, no money. I mean, I've changed in my center console in a little thing, but surprisingly, nobody said money or change or anything. Yeah,
okay.
That's too hard to reach in the glove box, really. So
it is. Yeah. All right, Scott. 2 answers left on the board. You can basically September's one, right? Because if you need both of them to win.
Yeah.
And
so
then
then
she wins either way.
That gives September the win either way. Yeah, give us something stupid.
All right.
What?
Let's see. Oh my gosh, dude. This is hard. We've done everything. Okay, how about
We haven't done gun. You know it's on there.
like I could say just straight up weapon, and I would hope it would include like stun gun or I don't know, pepper spray.
Oh, there you go. Chicken it out. I got you.
You know what? I'm gonna say pepper spray.
Oh, okay. All right.
Pepper spray. Let's do it.
Very good. Okay, show me pepper spray. Nope. That's an interesting one. Did anyone say pepper spray?
I mean, maybe it's not common at all. I don't know.
Yeah, let's see.
Keep that on your keychain, right?
Nope, no pepper spray. Let's see but congratulations. First of all, September, you won. You get the prizes.
Yeah, congratulations. Well done. Yeah.
Just in time to help you recuperate. Put those on your laptop, and as you recline and recover, you can play a little escape room for whatever bear. Let's see what number 8 is. Show me 8. Tissues. So, sometimes you need something a little softer than a napkin to blow your nose. Just a little pack of tissues in there. I was thinking you guys were going to say this one when you started going on the weapon route, but number 9, knife or Leatherman. Leatherman is a good thing to keep in there.
Leatherman.
It is.
Yeah.
And I have that in there too.
I absolutely have one in my glove box and my purse.
Think about it. Mm-hmm.
Continuing on, number 12, gun. Yeah. 6 people in the tadpole either watch a lot of TV or they keep a gun in their glove compartment. Straws. I think you guys had talked about straws when you were talking about cutlery or plastic cutlery. Yeah. USB cord. CDs, number 16. Yeah, there's still people with the CDs in there. COVID mask. Map.
Oh, now. Map. Wait a minute. Who has a map in the glove box?
I don't, so you can't call me old anymore. I don't have a map.
Maybe you're in a place that doesn't have a signal. I don't know. Aftershave or Axe, aspirin, ice scraper. Somebody did say receipts. You guys talked yourself out of that, but I'm glad you did. Yeah, number 24 low on the list. Condiments. People are keeping those little extra ketchup packets and hot sauce from Taco Bell.
Bad idea, but go ahead.
Hand sanitizer, a little bottle of the gel stuff, a notepad, a barf bag, tampons, umbrella, one of those little portable USB anchor batteries.
Yeah,
that you need.
Does make sense.
Binoculars, Bluetooth speaker, checkbook.
Who has binoculars? I want to know this pervert who's sitting in the car with the binoculars. I love it.
Do a little stakeout on the ex-girlfriend there. Dog nail trimmers. Okay. Extra headlight bulbs, flossers, or dental floss, granola bars.
Oh, so not the clothing. I got you.
Yes. Hat, hearing aid batteries, hot sauce.
What the? How big is your glove box?
Keys.
It's like a bag of holding in there, man. Jeez.
Let's see. Lug nut key. Like if you've got those special tires that need a specific key.
Yeah, you'll lose it.
Take them off.
Yep.
They totally true. Narcan. Only one person said nothing. Don't own a car. Surprised I didn't get more of those.
Damn.
Parking pass. One person did say that, so you would have had that. Seatbelt cutter.
Yeah.
If you don't have a Leatherman, that'll come in handy.
Aren't you supposed to keep those don't they clip onto the seatbelt or something like that? Or you supposed to keep them in the side pocket?
Yeah, in case you get stuck.
Little
maybe
hammer.
if you live near the ocean, maybe you probably keep it somewhere more handy. Sunflower seeds, tape measure, toilet paper, and Vaseline. Those are your your other answers that
I like toilet paper. It takes care of the napkins and the tissues.
Yeah,
it kind of does, right? Yeah.
We do that for the Vegas road trips. We take a roll of toilet paper, not for the obvious use case for toilet paper, but because it's kind of an all around. It's like having a mini version of full on paper towel, right? So you just we had a little mini spill. We can use this thing and just pull off a couple squares, and you're good.
So, do you think that's actually probably better than a towel, you would see? Like in Hitchhiker's Guide?
I think you need a towel.
Always know where your towel is.
You always need to have a towel as well. That's always in the glove thing.
But is it bigger than a glove box?
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised nobody said actual cloth little terry towels. I keep one in my car in case I go through the car wash and there's still parts of my car that are wet. I can just really quickly clean them off really quick.
That's so weird.
That is the sound. That is the sound you
Weird
make.
terry
when you do
cloth.
it.
All right.
That sounds right to me. Well done. Well, good job. You know what this means? You get to hear a little Fletcher clip.
Congratulations. You're a winner.
Except for me. But that's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind. I get another chance next Monday. It'll all be fine. I can eventually get my revenge. But in the meantime, you're going to get these 2 awesome games. Brian has probably already sent those to you via Discord, if I had to guess.
Not, but I'm doing it right this second.
Ooh, nice.
Congratulations. I hope you continue to convalesce quickly from your surgery. And thanks for being awesome. Yeah, you're the best.
And quick, before you hang up,
Yeah.
I do want to give a shout out to everyone in the Tadpool who has been amazing with like supportive messages for me, but also like asking for Rob's resume and giving him recommendations and trying to help us out with that situation.
Nice.
I feeling all the love.
It's very, very nice. And also, I still think of you, as I did in Vegas, as a mystical woman with powers and things like that. There's something
And
about
some
some
weird rant about my hair I'm still trying to figure out.
No, you have hair that people kill each other for. Like, I don't know how you do it or how long you've had it, but you have hair that people die for. The countries start wars over hair like yours. It's crazy.
It's true.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, have fun. All right. Brian, look, this Friday, you and I are going to sit down and do a little bit of the old play retro.
Yeah, I'm excited about my biking.
Yeah.
Excite Bike.
We're doing Excite Bike, everybody. If you don't remember this classic NES title and Play 10 arcade title, then you are missing out because it's a big deal, and we're going to talk about it. We're also going to talk
the
about
N64 version. Remember the N64 version?
Yeah, and you remember when they tried to do a truck version for the Wii? That was weird.
I do. I was not excited about that at all.
No, there was no
Not
Excite.
excited for that Excite bike.
Yeah, that bike was not Excite. Let's put it that way.
No.
It was okay as a racing game, but I don't know why they tried to wedge it in there. But we'll talk about all that and more on Friday. Brian Dunaway, kiss our butts. All right. Well, that was great. Good job, September. Always happy to have her win.
For sure.
Brian, we're going to take a quick break, play a song, and come back with Tom Merritt and recommendals. Let's do that song first. What do you got?
Sure. I've got a band from New Munster, Wisconsin, a hard rock band called the Almas, A-L-M-A-S. They've got a brand new single called Lifeline, thanks to Wake Up Music Rocks label. This is a band that's fronted by Cleo Dell, who lends his expertise as producer, mixer, and mastering engineer. This is a really cool, heavier song for those of you who want that sort of thing, and I do, and I am. So here is the song is Lifeline. The band is the Almas.
Excellent. We'll be back with Tom Merritt in a sec. You know him, you love him, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You saw your uncle's nipples.
Tell me again that song and who did it.
Sure. From Wisconsin, it's a band called the Almas, and a brand new single from them called Lifeline.
Nice. Are they brothers? They'd be the Alma brothers.
Alma Brothers? That's pretty good. I was thinking Edward James Almas.
Oh, Almas.
Almas.
Thanks to you, I listened to a whole bunch of Billy Joel recently. And
did you listen to The Stranger? Did you start with that one?
I did. That's really great. Yeah. It's the best album. It's so good.
It is the best album. Yeah.
Great songs all up and down.
You want to know why? I thought about this, and I'll tell you exactly why those early few albums of Billy Joel's are so much better than the later ones. Because he's singing about characters. He's singing about all the people he meets is when he's the piano man. He's singing about Brenda and Eddie when the scenes from Italian Restaurant, Captain Jack, and then he starts singing about himself. Tell her about it. It's like, oh no, forget it.
When he's telling stories about people and places and things and times, he's at his best.
That's when he's
but
at his best.
The minute he wants to talk about his stupid Uptown Girl,
exactly.
Yep. Lame. Let's get Tom's opinion on this. Tom, how do you feel about Uptown Girl?
Well, a noun is a person, place, or thing. So you're saying he does better with nouns?
I am saying that, I think. I think that might be exactly what we're saying.
Although an Uptown Girl is a person.
Still a noun, yeah. But so
is Allentown.
Not a first person. He's better in the third person.
Third person. There you go.
Yes,
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I love Allen. Allentown's amazing, except for when he tries to do vocal versions of a train noise. I hate that part. But the rest of it, I hate that. It's annoying. Like the actual train sounds they have are fine, but him trying to do it totally annoys me. But that song Something about it, man.
So good. Yeah.
Just put
Tell
you in this
her
place.
about it.
Yeah, tell her about it.
No, don't.
Wait, is Uptown Girl on Nylon Curtain or is it on
Nope.
the next one?
It's on
the next
Innocent
one.
Man. Yeah,
Innocent
So
Man.
that's the dividing line right there.
Yeah,
that
and,
is it. That is basically the shark right there.
and I think Innocent
Although-
Man is a good song. I really like the title track of that song or that album, but the rest of it is a little rough.
There's another one on that album called Big Men on Mulberry Street that is fantastic.
Yeah, that one's good.
It's almost like a Broadway song. And Downeaster Alexa on a later album, Stormfront.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a great song too. But and again, third person.
Yeah. Yeah. You know
We
what?
didn't start the fire.
No. Yeah, I'm moving out. I'm moving out.
All other things than him.
Talking about Anthony working in the grocery store, saving his pennies for someday.
Yeah.
Way better.
That's
way
a good
better.
story. Yeah, we want to hear that story. Well, here's another story we want to hear. We want to hear some tech stories. Tom Merritt comes on here on Wednesdays. We talk about tech as he preps for today's Daily Tech News Show. Tom, with a week full of Google I/O and everything else in its dog, I'm sure there's something to talk about. What's going on?
Yeah, man. OpenAI demonstrated a way to talk in real time to ChatGPT and announced that that's coming for free to anybody who wants to sign up. Now, you get more capability, more parameters and stuff if you pay, but they're trying to open things up, opening up access to agents as well, so you don't have to pay to get access to their little store. Yesterday, Google spent 2 hours showing its real-time discussions with its Gemini models. They weren't doing it on a live stream. I mean, it was a live stream announcement, but their demos were pre-recorded. So some people are poking holes in that, but it did look like it wasn't faked this time, unlike last year. There was one Gemini answer that was shown in a demo that was technically like Nilay Patel at The Verge is calling it inaccurate, and I think that's probably accurate to call it that, but it's sort of incomplete, an incomplete answer. But again, you want to be able to trust that you're getting a complete answer from these models. Other than that, Google I/O was all AI, and I'm not sure what the takeaway was, other than we've named everything a variation of Gemini, and it's all getting better. The one thing that really did impress me was the video interpretation. So now with Gemini on mobile and in other locations, you can point your camera at something and ask Gemini a question about it. This is the multimodal stuff they talk about. So the demonstration they gave was, a turntable had the weighting off, and all of us who know turntables, Ibbott, I don't know if you saw it, but I imagine you were like, well, I know what the problem is already, but it had the weighting off on the tone arm, and she was like, I don't know what's going on, and then asked Gemini, and it said, well, the weighting is off on the tone arm. This is the model of LP player. This is how to adjust it. And that was pretty impressive. It was one where the camera advancer was stuck that they demonstrated in a video where it said just one solution. They gave like 8 different solutions, many of which were correct, but one solution they said was open the back of the camera and take the film out, which is of course a horrible idea if the film isn't rewound, and you can't rewind it because anyway. So I don't know. There was some really good stuff with the video, but Google was muddled in its message, I guess. I'm still wondering what it is. You can hear us talk about it immediately after on Daily Tech News Show yesterday, and I highly recommend checking out Android Faithful because all 4 of them were at I/O, and they interviewed some folks from Google about it. So you're going to get really good coverage from them as well. And then Apple this morning, because it's Global Accessibility Day tomorrow, did their annual accessibility feature announcements. These are all coming to iPadOS and iOS later this year. But the big headline one is eye tracking without additional hardware. iOS already supported eye tracking, but you had to have an accessory to do it. It can now use machine learning all on device. So you train it, your data stays there, it doesn't go anywhere else, and it can follow your gaze. And when you linger on an element, that can register as a tap. So people who have physical disabilities will be able to use eye tracking on anything with an A12 processor or newer without having to buy anything extra. So that's a big one. And there's a bunch of other accessibility announcements as well.
That's actually a pretty good range because the A12s are, that's a few devices back now.
Several years old. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, I guess. So I have a question about the the feeling that I have that Google's playing catch up with OpenAI. Yeah. Is that generally considered the case? Like, it's not just a perception. Like, it feels like they're kind of in a weird, not a race. Like, there's always this race with technology, but it feels weird. Like OpenAI's got a leg up, and everyone else is kind of floundering around, with the exception of Microsoft, who's just using OpenAI or heavily investing in it and using it as kind of their backbone. But I every time I watch a Google thing, I'm like, oh, you guys, it's okay. You can do your own thing here. Yeah, you don't have to freak out. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know.
Say, just rest.
Yeah, just rest.
You're done.
Yeah, have a seat.
That'll do, Microsoft. That'll do.
Yeah. So what is it with Google and their whole thing?
Or Google.
I think there's a little Schadenfreude because there's a lot of anti-Google sentiment out there. I think OpenAI also benefits from being the shiny new thing for a lot of folks. I don't disagree that OpenAI is ahead. They absolutely are. I think sometimes it feels like they're farther ahead than they are. Google's been doing this for a long time. Don't forget they've owned DeepMind for a long time. There's been some fantastic folks and still are fantastic folks working there. They had Google Brain, which they've now merged with DeepMind. OpenAI has absolutely focused their attention. They are playing catch up in features. They are playing catch up in mind share. What they have as an advantage, technically, and this is the one thing they touted, was Gemini can do 1 million tokens and will do 2 million soon. And that is more tokens than any other model out there, including GPT-4o, which is the one that OpenAI announced on Monday.
Right.
Tokens aren't everything, but they give you a lot more capability and context. And so Google was hammering, like, our models will know the context better because they can go farther back. They can look at bigger things because they can handle all these tokens. So they have one technical advantage there. There's a lot of other technical advantages they don't have, and so you didn't hear them talk about that. And they have the advantage of being where you are. So even if OpenAI is superior in most ways, ChatGPT isn't built into search. It isn't built into Gmail. It isn't built into Google Docs. And Gemini is. And that was the other thing Google pressed yesterday was, hey, when you're using Gmail, which we know a bunch of you do, look in the sidebar. You'll be able to do this. You'll be able to do that. And even if this and that is not things that GPT-4 or Anthropic or anybody else can't do, they're not built into Gmail. And so there's a big advantage there that Google has. So I think while they are technically behind, they certainly have every opportunity to stay in the game should they not screw it up.
Sutskever leaving OpenAI is kind of a big deal today. Sam Altman, of course, is the big name you always think of, but it feels like a little bit of a Jobs losing Wozniak moment. And I know it's not. By all accounts, it sounds like it's all very amicable, and he just wants to get out and do something else. But he's like he's the brain, man. He's the dude, chief scientist guy, right?
I don't know how much of it is Sutskever. He's been doing a lot of responsibility stuff at OpenAI. I think Mira Murati, the CTO, is also one of the brains, if not the brain of the company. I'd be much more concerned if I saw that she was leaving. I get the feeling that they're losing a cheerleader and certainly an important mind, but I don't get the sense that this is, the end for them. And in fact, another person that's in that same kind of responsibility department is leaving along with him. So to me, it feels like maybe they're just, saying we're gonna focus our areas in other places. And Sutskever's like, I've got a personal project I want to go work on. So yeah, I don't think that is damaging to OpenAI. If Mira Murati left, that would be damaging.
Yeah.
If Altman left, again,
yeah, and that's why it seems to me like kind of a Wozniak moment, because it isn't damaging to the company, but the meteoric explosive rise of this company. I feel like if I was one of the true nerds there, I'd be like, okay, I kind of want to go just.
Well, don't forget, Sutskever was on the side of the board that ousted Altman.
So I didn't know that.
He's been in a little bit of flux ever since. he was the first one to flip back and go, I made a horrible mistake. Altman should come back even before he was rehired. So I that's why I'm like, it doesn't feel like the Wozniak situation to me.
Right. That makes sense. Well, if you want to hear more of this and have a broader discussion happen about it, well, you're going to get that on the Daily Tech News Show today. We're also going to talk about, Brian, you'll like this, how AI is being used to design the future of casino stuff, like the way slot machines work, the whole process of like drawing people through a casino, where people are wanted, how they win, if they win.
It feels like they're going to find better ways to make you not think about how they're taking your money. Is basically what
probably is the end result. But we're going to dig into that and see what that's all about. So
it's and it's easy to think like, oh, they're going to use machine learning to keep you from winning. And it's like, no. The odds are very closely regulated and audited. It's all the other stuff.
Yeah.
The colors, the flashing lights, the positioning, the interface, all of that stuff.
If they take more of your money, people are going to stop playing. If they make you not realize how much money they're taking, then it's out.
Yeah, and they want to keep you there. They want you to be like blown away visually and tactically and all that. And I could see why this is actually kind of a big thing. So anyway, we're going to talk about that today at length on the Daily Tech News Show. Do tune in and check that out. Tom Merritt, anything else going on you'd like to mention?
Yeah, don't forget, I send you an email every morning, Monday through Friday, if you're a paid subscriber, or every week for free on Thursday, which just gives you my rundown of all my prep for Daily Tech News Show and everything else that I'm doing. So you get 5 to 7 big stories, 5 things for context. Those are the most valuable things in there, in my opinion, where it's like, oh, here's just a little tidbit that you should know. It'll help you understand something in the future. You're going to look real smart because you know this. And then just some interesting reads, 5 of those every day. So if you'd like that in your inbox, check it out at freetechnewsletter.com.
Fantastic. Tom Merritt, everybody. You know him, you love him. Follow him wherever he is. Tom, we'll see you soon. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye now.
Bye.
Okay, there he goes.
There we go. Bye, Tom.
Wow, 2 things. His video quality was amazing today.
Yeah.
And we didn't have the weird sound thing at all.
He gave us video and audio, and things worked just fine. So
something changed.
We're fixed. We're fixed.
Sure. Why not? We can all rest easy. No tech problems in the future.
Never again. Never happen ever anymore.
Nope. Yes. We're solid as a rock. All right. We're going to get Nicole in here. Randy's got a meeting. He will not be here. But we still have things to recommend. And if we don't do it, then who? And if not us, who? If not now, when? All right?
Right.
So here's this.
Well, what do you recommend?
Yes. The music that tells us it's time to recommend some stuff we've seen on streaming services. And we have with us, as per usual, Nicole Spagnolo. Hello.
What do you recommend?
Yeah.
I feel like it's like I see Scott, I see Brian.
Yeah, right.
But
listen
now
into the magic mirror.
It's so inspirational, though. Listen. That just makes you want to get up in the morning and just take the day on, you know?
Just gets better and better, doesn't it?
That's right. Well, it's good to have you here. We're going to dive into some recommendations today. And Brian, you know what? I think we're going to get crazy and start with you. All right?
What? Oh my gosh, I wasn't ready. Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
Cool. All right, well, this is a series. This is one that I've been wanting to recommend for a while, and big thanks to Natalie, who emails us a lot with things for the show and recommendations and things like that. Natalie, Allen, and the Cats. This was one of hers, and thank goodness for her recommending this, because this would be something I would not have seen otherwise and would have glossed over. Tina and I are loving this. We've watched the first 2 seasons, and there are 3 more to watch. And just a little reminder, you're going to hear a clip here. You're not watching King of the Hill. I'll just tell you right now, this is not King of the Hill that you're listening to.
All right, Here we go.
Can I help you? I have 9 o'clock with Dr. Babu, Sam Fox.
Okay. Sam Fox?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Fill that out. Sit down.
Okay, but I just wanted to check on the follow-up appointment Dr. Babu wanted me to make. It's on the 26th.
It's on the 29th. We moved it.
Oh.
We tried to leave you several voicemails. Your inbox was always full. You need to clean that out.
Oh, no, you see, I can't because I have all my daughter's voicemails saved from when they were babies. I can't delete them. You understand, right? If there's any way you could squeeze me in anytime on the 26th, late, early.
Dr. Babu is very, very booked.
I'm just saying it's kind of on you guys to try to accommodate me.
Okay, look, we can keep going around and around like this, but the reality is you're not going to get an appointment before the 29th.
You win. I'll take the 29th.
And next time, get here 15 early so you can fill out your paperwork, so you're not putting us behind. Have a seat there. We'll let you know when he's ready.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, I heard you.
Bobby
Is this
Hill,
the
man.
FX show?
Yes.
I started watching this because she was on Louis C.K.
Yes,
So she was the girlfriend on Louis, and then she got her own show. And I'm blanking on the name. What's the name?
Her name is Pamela Adlon, and the show is called Better Things.
Better Things.
Better
That's
Things. And it's actually co-written by Louis C.K. He's involved. He executive producer for the first couple seasons, and also helping with the writing, but very little helping with the writing because this is directed and based on Pamela Adlon's life. Like she's got 3 daughters in the show. She's got 3 daughters in real life. She does voice work for things like King of the Hill and anime and all sorts of things and little bit parts in movies. And
She won Emmys for her Bobby Hill. She was a big whoop on that show.
She did, and well deserved. She actually did get nominated for Primetime Emmy for this show back in 2017 and 2018. She didn't win, but she did get a Peabody Award in 2017 because this show is so accurate to the single motherhood experience, and it is
dating. Her dating life.
Oh my God, her dating life. Yeah, she's, as you would expect, she's got horrible luck with men. Diedrich Bader plays a friend of hers that also has bad luck with men. He's gay.
I love him so much. I love.
He's
Diedrich
great.
Bader.
You've got what's his face, Elliot. Henry Thomas is one of her love interests for a little while. Kevin Pollak is her brother. Lucy Davis is one of her best friends. She was the British Office, the equivalent to Pam. What was her name in
Dawn.
the Office?
Dawn.
Yeah. She was Dawn in the Office.
She's great. I love her.
She's great too. This is one of those things that we started watching and we both said, how have we not been watching this since the beginning? Now there are 5 seasons. They did do have a final season, and they got to end the show the way that she wanted to. And this show is so good. Pamela Adlon is just. I remember from Californication. She was the wife of Duchovny's best friend, that little shrimpy bald guy.
Oh, right.
Can't remember, but anyway, she started out on that, and it's her sarcasm. I mean, she is just oozing with sarcasm, which I freaking love.
It's the same vibe as Jim Gaffigan's show, because Jim Gaffigan did something similar where he's like, "This is my life," but you're gonna watch it in a little bit funnier form, format.
Yeah.
So
that reminds me of Tig Notaro's One Mississippi.
Oh yeah.
I love that show.
Love these more clever comedians who get these shows like this and take them in directions that aren't just the your typical 3-camera sitcom kind of thing. This thing is so good, and her daughters very, very different. You don't get the stereotype daughters, but you get her youngest is not the always says just the most precocious things kind of thing, and her middle child, very strong-willed, very middle child-esque, and it's so good. It's called Better Things. It's on Hulu. 5 seasons, 52 episodes. We tried to use it as palate cleanser. So like when we're watching something heavy, we'll watch this before we go to bed just to kind of lighten things up. But we got so engrossed in it that we just started watching this as everything, not even using it as a palate cleanser, just watching it back to back to back episodes. And it's so good.
Well, you had me at the lead. I love her stuff, so
yes,
I'm all in.
She's great.
Sounds
so
great.
give that first season. You'll be hooked, I think, in 2 or 3 episodes because she's great. She
awesome.
Really is.
Give us one more shitoutaluck.com name and all that.
It's called Better Things, and it is on Hulu.
Excellent. Nicole, let's fly over to you now and play your clip. Tell us what we got here.
So piggybacking on my recommendal from last week, I finished The Dead Boy Detectives, and it's one of my top 5 favorite shows. Now, cool. I loved it so much, but you did ask me a question last week, is it appropriate for kids? It is not. And it really isn't. So I have for you this week something that is along the same lines, but way more appropriate for kids. In fact, Mateo and I just binged it. So that is the setup of my clip.
All right, here you go.
Don't move. Hands up.
You brought us here to die. It was you. It was you in our house the other day who I stabbed, wasn't it? There's nothing old about that war wound.
There, where I can see you.
I'm sure you and I can resolve this between ourselves. You want your ring back. You thought you could wait till the sun comes up and come and get it from our pockets in the red room. Well, here we are. It's the hallmark that's incriminating. Something that specific. I bet you really regret buying that for Annabelle now.
A lot of British folk doing British.
It is very British. And
I know it's not Hiddleston, but man, there's a little Hiddleston in his voice, a little bit.
Yeah.
The boy who cried wolf sounds very kid friendly. Okay, let me clarify, kid. Probably 10 and up.
Not talking small child. Yeah,
Not small child. This is my son's 12. He absolutely loved it. This is based off of a series of books, which they have a couple graphic novels too. This is Lockwood and Co. It's on Netflix. It is a world where the ghosts have become, they call it the problem. And the ghosts have just become part of the world, and the young kids can actually sense them. So you're dealing with these kids that have these abilities to see and to battle the ghost, because if a ghost touches you, you're dead. And so there's like a curfew that and the ghosts come out at night. So I mean, it's one of those kinds of safe scary for certain kids. Mm-hmm. So it's playing out this story of this seer. She can sense, she can feel, she can talk to ghosts, and her journey, and in this world, this futuristic world, how all these businesses of these children have been created, and it's kind of you get introduced to her because her mom was like, earn your keep, and like sends her off because she has this ability to see and talk to ghosts and kind of get a feeling for them as they're trying to cleanse these areas. And so she finds Lockwood and Co. And there's like a bunch of mysteries and kind of it's setting up the world. I don't know if I have to imagine they're going to have a second season because they set it up, and Mateo was very upset the way they ended the season. But I said, well, you're going to want to watch season 2.
It worked very well. Yeah. Is it like Goosebumps level probably, right? Like, is that a...
Yeah, that's a fair, like Ava saw the ghost and she's like, I'm out.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, you either like ghosts or you don't. I get that.
Yeah. So Mateo and I really enjoyed watching it together. In fact, he did not want to watch it without me. He's like, no, this is our show. I was like, oh, buddy, that was so cool. So I felt very comfortable watching this with him. I would not watch the Dead Boys Detectives, even though it's the same. The Dead Boy Detectives is in the graphic novels. They're children. They kind of made them older for the show because it just feels wrong what happens to the Dead Boy Detectives.
Oh gosh, okay.
Sure.
So they kind of age them up to make that feel a little better watching. Kind of the same here. These are teenagers, but if you look at the books, they're kids. So Good story. I love it. Recommend it. So I have to imagine they're going to have another season of this one as well.
Lockwood & Co. on Netflix.
Yep.
Sounds pretty great.
Yep.
All right, then. Let me swing over to here, and I got to tell you about a thing that is not currently streaming, but I'm still going to tell you about it, and then I'm going to move on quickly to the thing I am recommending. There is a movie that you have to rent to see, but let me just say this to anyone out there who loves things like No Country for Old Men, or what's the one with Chris Pine and my brain just went dead on that, 2016.
3:10 to Yuma?
No, I'm not. More of a modern take. Can't think of it. Anyway, what the heck is that back there? Do you hear that?
Yeah, it's my mother-in-law. Sorry, I'll mute.
Wow, she's loud.
She is a loud mother-in-law.
Yeah.
That was the best response ever.
That was pretty great. Hell or High Water. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh yeah. Right.
Anything like that. If any of those sound even remotely in your interest range, I saw this movie last night called The Last Stop in Yuma County.
Oh,
that is a revelation for me. I didn't know it existed. I saw some brief mention of it on something somewhere, and I was like, "Oh, what is that? It looks like it's kind of up my alley." 100% up my alley. I loved everything about it, including the fact that I mentioned No Country for Old Men. You know the guy in the gas station in that amazing scene with
yes, with Anton Sugar.
Yes, I don't know what you're saying. You know that guy. Yeah. He's in this. That same actor, and he plays this amazing weird role. This movie goes places. I don't even know how to start, so I'm not going to even try. I'm just going to say, pull $6 out of your wallet, go to Apple or Prime or wherever, and rent this thing. It'll probably stream soon enough, but it is so great. I love this freaking movie. The Last Stop in Yuma County. Please, please, please seek it out if you like those things I just mentioned. All right, here's my actual recommendation. I'll play a clip for it and then explain.
Oh, Jesus, that gig was brutal.
Yeah. It was going so well, too. I really would have fancied your chances had she not interrupted.
You always know the right thing to say, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's a tiny clip from a
very short.
It's the show
Reindeer,
that's hard.
tiny reindeer.
Baby Reindeer is the name.
Baby reindeer.
Yeah.
Reindeer.
Let's.
I like that Nicole. It's like a game show to her. Like,
it's like I know this name. I know it.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it.
You got it correctly done.
Why do they call it tiny reindeer? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, they don't. They call it baby reindeer.
Oh, sorry. Baby reindeer.
The reason they call it baby reindeer is it's a nickname that one of the characters gives the other character, and it will make perfect sense once you see it. Now let's talk. Okay. Let's talk about things that are not for children of any age. All right.
Yeah.
This is not for kids at all. This is a Netflix sort of short-ish series. I assume it's a one-off. I don't know. I don't know how you make a sequel to this because it is supposed to be roughly, or maybe even more than roughly, based on the life of Richard Gadd, who is the creator, director,
and the star
of this thing. And this is all based on an actual experience that he had. He is a Scottish-born comedian.
From his perspective.
Correct, from his perspective. He's a Scottish-born comedian who plays the same in the show. Goes by a different name in the show. But we know this dude as someone who has written a bunch of stuff. Let's see. He's in a ton of movies and TV shows and stuff, but he's also, hold on one second. He wrote an episode of Sex Education, Brian, that show you like so much.
Oh, I love that show, yeah.
The Last Leg, a bunch of other stuff. And then he also acts a bunch. This is his little pet project, and the woman in this, who is sort of his big co-star, is played by Jessica Gunning. And if that name is not familiar, she's a British actress. She plays the character Martha Scott in this. She is known for her role in, where is it? The one you recommended a while ago, The Outlaws. The one with
where they're picking up trash with Walken and Stephen Merchant and yeah.
She's the kind of she's the sort of larger lady who's like in charge of the job site and all that. That's her.
Yes,
she is really something in this thing. So basically she plays a stalker. This is not a spoiler because it's immediate. All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they
it's the whole thing. And she calls him Baby Reindeer. That's why she calls him that. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say the real person that it's based off of it. She's making the rounds now.
Oh, is she?
Have you know?
Oh, really?
No.
So Pierce Morgan apparently brought her on, and she, I guess, gave her 250 pounds or something to come on it. But he just exploited her, and it's just the whole thing is getting icky.
Yeah.
Very, very icky.
I imagine so. So this thing just basically tells the very uncomfortable 8-episode story of a very intense form of stalking, but also there's a bunch of other subtext that deals with some pretty rough subjects like rape and grooming and a bunch of other things. But it's also somehow kind of a comedy at the same time. And it does this pretty deftly. It's reviewing really well for a reason. It's very good at somehow traversing these very hard subjects and topics and very intense moments that go along with somebody who's really, really stalking you and turning your life upside down. And somehow injecting humor into it. I'm not quite sure how they pull it off, but they do pull it off here and there. I am going to say that I do not think this is not a thing for everyone. There are going to be plenty of people who are like, Scott, this thing is freaking...
Probably trigger warnings for some people.
Sort of up and down the line. There's lots of trigger warnings, but it's also a really interesting study of the psychology around this sort of thing and one's own problems that make them maybe susceptible to having this stuff run their life. And they kind of treat the whole thing with, I think, pretty good sensibilities, but it's pretty raw. It's real raw. It's the best way I can put it.
It seems like it was therapy for him.
Oh yeah, I'm sure this must be, especially if this is anywhere close to the truth. Like, I don't know how you even lived through this. Like, it's insane to me what he went through. But there are times where you feel some sympathy for her and you're angry at him. There are times like it's a complicated thing, like life is. It's not simple. Yeah. It's never that simple.
It's not black and white. It's gray.
I think that's why this show works, is because it is honest and legitimate about that. There's a really wonderful trans woman in this named Neva Mau. I've never heard of her before. She played the character called Terry. She's really great in this, like amazing performance. And my guess is this kicks off a whole career for her. There was somebody else who really blew my mind. Who was it? Can't find it. But anyway, the real stars here obviously are Richard Gadd and Jessica Gunning. And Jessica Gunning is just like freaky good at this role. And she deserves it. She deserves all the credit she's getting for this. But I am just warning everybody, if you don't want to get like in the middle of one of the most messy television relationships I've ever seen, maybe avoid this. But it is a full-throated recommendation for anyone who wants to see the side of humanity, study it a little bit, understand it a little bit, and I think it's really well made. So it's a recommendation from me. All right.
I haven't thought about her in a while.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
Very cool. Baby Reindeer
on Netflix, currently available in its full 8-episode run. And I don't think it's the kind of show that's even looking for a sequel. It feels like a one-off.
No, yeah.
It's also very arty-farty in a way that Netflix feels like they've pulled away from recently. Like they've done less of these experimentally kind of things. So it was good to see them dabbling again. Mm-hmm. It just feels like the kind of thing that you just never see on any other kind of channels other than maybe Prime or this or Hulu or whatever. But it's very interesting. So check it out. That'll all be up on quicktms.li, all 3 of these movies. And do not sleep on The Last Stop in Yuma County. Don't do it.
There's no movies. No one recommended a movie.
That's true. Yeah, we all did shows.
Well,
Scott recommended a movie though.
Yeah, this Last Stop in Yuma County is definitely a movie, and it is worth every freaking penny and second you spend in there. And all I'm saying is, if you like any like Tarantino adjacent stuff, if you like things that are vaguely set in the 70s. Little crime stuff where you don't know where stuff's happening. Hey, if you like the dude that played the weird serial killer in Barbarian in the middle part of that movie, the 80s flashback part, that guy is something, dude. Holy shit.
Do you think Tarantino's going to release any more movies?
Yeah, he's got one more.
Yeah.
He's doing his 10th. One. His 10th. He says he's done after that.
Really?
That's what he says.
I loved Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, I like a lot of his movies. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I could just sit down right now and watch Hateful Eight right now. I love that movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, Yeah.
Anyway.
Don't wait on it. I know it's not streaming yet for free or pseudo for free, but it's worth the $7.
We're all cheapskates, man. Come on.
Yeah.
We're not spending money. And, the day I spend the money to rent this, the next day it'll be on streaming on one of the services I'm already paying for.
I was really hoping it was. I looked everywhere. I couldn't find anything. But, man, it goes places. I'm telling you, if you think you've got all stories in Hollywood movies figured out and you know exactly where they're headed, I got great news for you, because this thing will go places you're like, what? No, really? Oh my gosh, they went there. Like, it's so good. It's so good.
$6.99 rent in HD on, like you said, on Amazon Prime. I'm putting a link to it. I'm adding it to our recommendals, so you'll find a link to that as well.
It's very good. All right, that's it. Nicole, thanks for hanging with us. You got anything you want to promote, mention, talk about? Grandma?
Sure.
No?
Mark just made me a plant stand.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, it's actually made for him. I don't care about plants.
So he made himself a plant stand, is what you're saying.
He made himself a plant stand, and he made a video about it. And we have a guild course. So if you actually want to make your own plant stand, he shows you how.
Nice.
So
nice.
That's what's going on here.
My wife has got plants that need stands. I'll bet she'll look this up.
Yeah.
I bet
My
she'll
plants
take
keep falling over because they can't stand.
Right.
So this is
Maybe,
great. Yeah.
ask Mark to make you a plant stand.
All right. Hey, Mark, make us a plant
Hey,
stand.
Mark.
And say hi to your mother-in-law. We'll see you next time. I'm sure she'll say hi very loud back to us.
I'm sure. Hello.
What
are you doing? You're streaming?
She's very loud.
She's very, very loud.
We're done with the show, but before we leave, a quick thing about Buc-ee's. We've been talking a lot about Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's beaver nuggets and all that.
Yeah.
Got this from...
I ate my beaver nuggets with chopsticks. I put a little bit into a little bowl.
100% the way you should do this.
And then I eat them with chopsticks. Just
no, that's the only way to do it.
Only way to do it. Otherwise, it gets.
Yeah, no, they get sticky. They're terrible. Don't do it any other way. Brian's correct about this.
Yeah.
This is from Bob Decker, aka Scooby Dad, in the chat. He says, regarding Buc-ee's, I went there once in Florida/Georgia line. I walked in, and after about 35 people screamed, "Welcome to Buc-ee's," every time the door opened, I left. It was too loud to even think. So that must be a thing. They all yell,
"Oh, that's
"Welcome to
funny."
Buc-ee's."
No, they didn't. They don't do it at the one in Denver. Like, basically, there's a guy at the counter, the checkout counter as you walk in. I think he said it to us, "Welcome to Buc-ee's," and that's all we got. So I didn't hear more than that. So crazy.
Yeah, it's apparently a thing. But I'm glad to hear. If they keep moving west, you don't need to be yelling. You don't have to yell "Welcome to Buc-ee's" here either. We'll understand. No. Oh, and I just saw it yesterday, Brian. A Come and Go we used to have down the road.
Yeah, is it now a Maverick?
It's a Maverick now. Signs up.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's come and gone.
It's come and gone.
And hopefully it cleaned up after itself.
Yeah. You always just come and go. All right.
Exactly, yeah.
Let's get to this. Words is the subject line. Okay. This is from a non-named person. It says, the word gymnasium and gymnastics both come from the Greek word gymnasium, which refers to a place to train or exercise naked. While competing naked became a Greek tradition. Scott, here it is. This is why the word gymnasium doesn't sit well with you. Monty, it is. We do have a name. Monty the Mailman. Very appreciative of the show, though. So I've talked about this for years. I hate the word gymnasium. I hate
It's a horrible name. Yeah, gym is fine. Gym is a fine abbreviation of the word gymnasium.
Yep. But knowing that it means you're naked working out, now I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't want that.
Speaking of, wipe down that machine when you're done with it. Sweaty guy.
Also, can someone explain to me why Orange Theory, one of the workout places, why that place is $250 a month? Can someone explain that?
Can somebody explain why it's called Orange Theory?
That too? I don't get it. Like, there's tons of gyms. You can go to Gold's or whatever. $20 a month you're in. This place wants $250, and it's not personal trainers and stuff, as far as I know. It's just what's the deal? Do they give
What's the deal with Orange Theory? Why do they have the weird tinted windows and the
And what's the deal with the orange in the name?
Ah! Exactly. What is a theory? I want to go to a place that's been proven, not a theory.
You know what? I cannot bring myself to watch that new Seinfeld movie. I can't do it. I don't know why.
Oh, really? I'm looking forward to seeing it just so I can see all the people, the cameos of the folks in there.
I think it just looks so silly, like so silly.
It'll be a wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, can't get back to sleep. I'll start watching Unfrosted, and then I'll be good.
You
That happened this morning, but I had to watch the X-Men finale, X-Men 97 finale.
I trust your opinion, so when you see Unfrosted,
I will. Yeah, I'll give you my unfiltered opinion of Unfrosted.
Tonight, I think I'm going to lie in my bed, headphones on, and watch the first 2 Planet of the Apes movies in my goal to finish them all.
There you go. Wow, good luck with that.
I want to get the first 2 done, then the next one, and then I want to go see that new one.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I'm trying to cram all this in before Furiosa, but I'm trying really hard. Furiously, you might say.
Yeah. Boy, you cried Wolf says, watching TV at 5 a.m. sounds like hell. Yeah, not being able to fall back asleep at 5 a.m. is hell.
Yeah.
Watching TV helps you get through it.
I think, that's a hell. That's a hell that's you're being helped by watching a thing.
Exactly. Yeah, that's sounds like help.
Yeah.
Watching TV.
Schmitty says, when I coached Ironman athletes, $250 to $350 a month was fairly standard. Yeah, but this is without that at Orange Theory.
Yeah.
It's
I guess maybe you can only at Orange Theory. Maybe you can only get a personal trainer.
Maybe I don't know. I got to learn more about this.
Yeah,
I'm annoyed by it. Okay, that's it for the show. We're done today. frogpants.com/TMS is our website. We'll be back tomorrow though with a Thursday edition of things. And I got so much going on this week. This wedding, family in town. It's too much.
Oh yeah, it's the big family meeting. That's this weekend, isn't it?
Yes, Brian. I'm so. I don't want to do it.
I don't blame you. Yeah.
I'd rather go walk the dog and look for butt plugs, you know?
It's a new kind of geocaching.
Oh, man. That's a terrible kind of geocaching. Don't hide it, that's for sure. Well, anyway, but we'll be here. Don't worry. Lots of content coming your way. Brian, let's get out of here with a song, though. Do you got anything cool?
Yeah. About a month ago, a listener came to Denver, a guy named Gene, brought a friend of his along. We met at the New Terrain Brewing Company. I talked about this the other day when we were talking about Coors and how much closer to me than Coors is a place that makes better beer. And guess what? I'll pay for it. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
We met Gene there and had a great time talking to him. He told us all about how he met Marianne from Brooklyn from the Howard Stern show. If we want, he probably could get her to record this is Marianne from Brooklyn and you're listening to the morning stream if we want her to.
Sure.
But anyway, regardless, he got into the dating circuit a little bit ago and did some speed dating and got to the last table and met a lovely woman who seemed very familiar to him. And they talked, and she talked about what she does now. And he says, "Oh, really? Because you look really familiar." She says, "Oh, well, I also used to sing, or I sing on the side." And he says, "I think that's where I know you. You perform with Postmodern Jukebox." And she says, "Yes, I do." And her name is Robin Adele Anderson, and she's one of my favorite performers with Postmodern Jukebox. They're still going out, still hanging out. And so he made a request. He says, "This song is to the cover master himself. Brian, thanks for introducing me to Postmodern Jukebox. You are the best wingman. I don't need to say any more. Play this anytime your heart desires." Well, Gene, my heart desires to play it right now. A little warning. I'm giving Scott the choice. I gave him 2 versions of the song, one where I bleeped out an F-bomb near the 3.5 minute mark and one where I didn't. So
let's go. Let's put the heat on, man. Let's get the full F-bomb treatment.
Good. Because I think that, playing the F-bomb in reverse is distracting, and this is a far better way to do it. She released her own album. She's released several, actually. In 2019, she released Volume 3, full of covers of stuff like Gorillaz and Foo Fighters and Linkin Park and stuff like that. How about this one from Eminem? It's a cover of Lose Yourself. Here's Robin Adele Anderson.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, that was a horrible noise.
I
So
don't
Jacob,
know what that was.
Jacob in our chat in the YouTube side of things